Just a good-looking can.
Just a great-looking can.
Good-looking can.
Well, cheers and welcome to From Behind the Barcast, the podcast for bartending, service industry, drinking in general, and cool Rolling Rocks from Latrobe, PA.
Damn right, baby.
Oh, man. Look at this green can.
Yeah.
It's a good choice of green color.
Nice contrast between the blue, the white, and the green. Works on every level.
Probably based it off the color of the moss on the rocks at Latrobe, Pennsylvania.
I would hope so. Well, there's something to it.
Oh, man.
Not bad.
A light, pale lager? Pale ale?
Well, it just tastes good to me.
Extra pale? Oh, man. That is delicious.
Yeah.
I'm Paxton, Eugene. We got Kelly Green over there. The good, the bad, and the chugly.
Yeah. I lost this koozie somewhere along the way.
This week, as in every week, we're brought to you by Inferno Hot Sauce Emporium, right across the street from Huckapoo's. If you want to spice up your life, because spice is the variety of life. That's how the saying goes. That is how the saying goes. Let me really quick. Let me paint a picture for you.
All right.
The other week, remember we did the podcast, and after the podcast, I said, "Hey Kelly, give me a ride to go get my car from in front
I do. I remember that.
Huckapoo's, where I work."
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it. I park where I normally park, out
Okay.
on the road, not in the parking lot, because there's hardly ever a space in there, even during this time of year.
Right.
This ungodly hot time of November.
Okay.
We're out there playing disc golf today, and I'm sweating my sack off as if it was summertime. Will Smith and all. Someday. So I go grab my car. It's raining that night. It had been raining a couple days. Am I right?
Slick, yeah.
So bring the car back. Don't think twice. I need to go into town about 6 days later, let's say. It's pretty early in the morning. It's like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I've cursed myself with this bad circadian rhythm lately where I fall asleep at like 5 a.m., wake up at about 7, 8 a.m., then I can't go back to sleep until like 2 p.m., and then I got to rush to work at 4:30 sort of thing, or even on days off, I might end up sleeping until 7 at night
Yeah.
from the 2 o'clock starting point.
Yeah.
And so I'm up early that day, and I need to run into town. There's things you can get out here on Tybee, but cheap toilet paper is not one of those things.
Yeah. Not the good stuff.
There's certain stuff.
Yeah.
You got to make the trip into town for.
Right.
Large amounts of vinegar that I use for my laundry. Things of that nature. So I'm driving, and my journey to the Kroger from here on Tybee, I'd say it's about like 6 miles or something like that, maybe.
Ish, yeah.
Give or take. I'm at about mile 4, and I accidentally bump my windshield wipers.
Uh-oh.
I bump the windshield wiper. As it goes up, what I know to be a ticket, a citation, flies. I'm going 50, I'm on the causeway. Ticket flies away. Whew. I was like, mother. The thing goes back down. I'm like, okay, well, that's unfortunate.
Okay.
That doesn't mean the ticket goes away.
Right.
It's been issued.
Yeah. No dog ate your homework on this one.
That will not work with the Tybee, not police department, but the parking services.
Who might be more vicious than the cops out here themselves.
I would think so. And they call parking services. What service is there? They just service you with tickets.
Piss you off.
So it comes back down. Again, I bumped the thing for whatever reason. My windshield wiper thing. It comes up again. Here comes a second ticket.
What?
But it gets caught. This thing is keisters flapping in the wind. I'm getting onto the low bridge, which is the last bridge before you get onto Wilmington Island, if you're familiar.
Bull River.
Bull River. And I'm trying to say, all right, 45. 40. 35. I don't care if there's cars behind me. I'm not losing the second ticket. 30. I'm 100 yards away. 100 yards away from being able just to pull over, reach around, and grab that ticket off of my dash.
And?
25. 23. He's at the 10. Vroom! Not only did it fly off my car on the bridge, as I turned to look, I nearly wrecked the car and watch it like a seagull float over the rail of the bridge and gently rest itself as litter.
Like the feather from Forrest Gump, just going where the wind takes it.
Like American Beauty, the plastic bag frolicking and trolloping in the wind.
So, 2 tickets in there.
2 tickets in there.
You got a Tybee sticker, right?
I do.
Is that up to date?
It's not.
Oh. But still.
But I have to speculate. It's either that I don't normally leave it there on a Monday, my car there on a Monday morning. I normally get it that Monday morning instead of the Monday night.
Metered parking over there, though.
It's not metered over there, but I think they do the street sweep. So if your car's in the way, sticker or not, of the street sweep.
I didn't think it was that rigid like it is downtown.
I don't know yet, though, because I couldn't read
Because like downtown, they'll tell you there's nights, move your car, that kind of thing. You can't park there.
Right.
And out here, I don't ever remember. I mean, I know we have a street sweeper.
Yeah, I hear it.
Because it scares the crap out of baby girl every time she hears it. She's under the bed. Doesn't like it. But I didn't think they were that vigilant about, hey, buddy.
Get your car out the way. We got to get them cigarette butts up. But, I don't know. I still don't know.
Interesting.
So I got to go up to City Hall and be like, hey, here's my plate number. I lost both of your tickets.
So what, you was there for like 2 nights?
It was there Saturday, Sunday, Monday night. Or Saturday and Sunday night.
Still.
2 tickets, though.
Well, each night, I guess.
Hey, hopefully they're just parking tickets because I can just go get my new sticker. I just haven't had to go get it because I don't park at metered places down here.
Well, and that's fair. And I kind of feel the same way, but it's the one free thing.
Yeah, right.
If your car's registered on Tybee, it's the one free thing you can get from the city.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I take it every time.
Yeah, I just never think about it, and I think mine's is from 2020 to 21.
Yeah,
like pandemic
man, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's yellow. No, it's not yellow. It's aquamarine.
Yeah,
I think that's 3 or 4 colors again.
it was a 3 or 4 color guy.
I think the current color is yellow down
I had
here.
the Xterra still back in those color days.
So yeah, the things fly. I mean, just watching those things, both of them, they're keisters flapping in the wind.
I just think it's funny. It's like paying out like a slot machine. You know, you whip the windshield once and whoosh, and then you go down again. You know, and then another one comes flying out. I was like, what's gonna happen the third time?
I know, and the second one got caught too, and I was like, "There's a chance," because if I could have just retained the one, I wouldn't have had to necessarily go up to the city hall.
Well, maybe you pump it the third time, and a bunch of leaves and pine straw come flying out. You know, jackpot.
I wouldn't be surprised if it did. You know,
I wonder how much it's going to cost.
What, a street sweeper ticket?
Yeah,
I think the average of any parking or parked citation like that about $35.
I hope that's all it is. It just seems a little extreme for Tybee.
Well,
I've always viewed the street sweepers out here as a little bit more of just a luxury item.
Yeah,
You
not
know?
not extra necessary.
Yeah, because I see them going down Butler, going around things, but I don't remember seeing parking services rolling up behind them or.
But far
like
be it
that.
from me to complain about it because I bitch about litter and how the Pirate Fest trashes everything all the time.
Well, at least your ticket wasn't wrapped in plastic, so it's going to dissolve over time and become one with the marsh. Or maybe some heron will come by and make a nest part of its
I'm
nest.
wondering how far they stuffed it down because it didn't appear. You know, I didn't see it in the cold light of day.
Maybe it was a clown coming by giving you one of those tickets for having too much fun.
Too much fun.
Too much fun over here.
But I'm really wary of traffic citations because of a bit of a thing I went through 7 or 8 years ago.
All right.
I was working for this. I was doing marketing for this company, and we drove to Charleston with some promotional materials. And on the way back, I got caught for speeding somewhere, not in Charleston, but somewhere
Before you got
south
to-
of there, back to Georgia. And the cop was like, "Oh man, what you doing?" I was like, "Man, I'm trying to get back to Tybee."
Just driving fast.
He goes, "Oh, me and my family have been there." It's like, "Oh, sick." That's dope, dude.
Fucking A right, man. Pitching.
All right, Officer Cleghorn, you got it. So I was like, well, there's something, there's some sort of camaraderie here in some sort of way.
Yeah.
And so he goes, "Man, I hate to do this, but, you were going, there's a thing, we're doing it."
Yep.
I said, "That's cool, man. I was speeding, whatever."
Yeah.
So he goes, "Listen, man, here's my number. Here's what you do. All you got to do is get a money order and mail this ticket, unless you want to come fight it, which you totally can." I was like, "I'm not going to."
Right.
You can totally come fight it, or you could just send this off, and then you just call me if you have any. Call my personal phone.
Uh-huh.
I was like, "Sick."
Sick.
So I remember going through this whole ordeal of going to the local convenience store right here, which had money orders and facsimile machine,
Oh, wow.
so that I could fax something and then send whatever.
Yeah.
The thing that I went through, which was an entire ordeal, which I had records of and copies of because of all the things that I did, right?
Right.
So did all that. This is when I lived across the street from Huckapoo's whenever I got the ticket. Buddy, probably 3 years elapsed. And I'm coming, I'm one sunny afternoon in the spring.
Uh-huh.
I'm coming home from somewhere. A day out at the beach, something like that. Luckily, I wasn't drunk or anything.
Oh, thank God.
And I get pulled over. I was like, I definitely wasn't speeding this time. And, yada, yada. The guy gets me out of the car, cuffs me immediately.
Oh, boy.
Chink, chink, in my driveway.
Uh-huh.
He goes, "What are we going to do with your car?" I was like, "I pulled into my house."
Yeah.
That's where they pulled me over. I had moved houses. I was living over there off Solomon where Travis and I first got together in the attic apartment.
The attic, the magic attic.
I said, "We're leaving it here." I'm in the driveway, and this cop, he doesn't work for the force anymore down here, but he didn't like that. I was like,
Okay.
"What, buddy?" I mean,
he didn't think that was sick.
yeah, no, I didn't think he didn't think it was sick. I didn't think it was sick. I said, "Hey, man, not sick." Me being in these handcuffs right now, and he's a little aggressive with it.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, whenever things like that happen, you're like, what could I have possibly done? You're trying to think of like, did I rob a bank? No, check that off the list. Did I shoot someone? Can't remember. Probably not.
No.
Altercation? I can't remember.
No.
So
Plausible.
I go, "What's happening?" He goes, "Your license is suspended."
That's right, brother.
I said, "Why is my license suspended?" He goes, "I don't know yet, but we'll find out." I said, "Well, how'd you know my license was suspended?" He goes, "Because your tag's out." I said, "Okay, what else?"
Yeah.
Insurance was fine,
Yep.
which is another thing we'll get to. Get to the station. He goes, "All right, your license has been suspended since." Oh, God. March 2014 or something like that. I said, "I've been doing gigs downtown, driving back a little pixelated.
Sure. But never got pulled over.
Never got pulled over. 200 times.
Yeah.
In the past 4 years, riding around with people that probably had things in their pockets and shit,
Riding dirty.
Yeah, riding dirty.
Riding dirty.
Not sick.
Filthy.
Filthy, not sick.
Yeah, maybe just dirty. Dusty.
Riding grimy.
Riding dusty.
Ranch dressing. Yes, that's right. Riding ranch. We're making new slang here.
Okay.
And turns out the sick cop, he neglected to tell me something. That when you have a speeding ticket, even if you pay the fine and you send them the copies on the facsimile machine and all those things, you still got to drive up to the county of the infraction and get a MF and GD and sheet of paper that says license good.
You're free and clear.
A slice.
A receipt.
A slice of paper. Not even a receipt because, yeah, a receipt. Yeah.
Not even. Well,
Sick.
yeah. Something that says I paid to pay for something. Yeah.
But I had so I try and fight it. I'm like, hey guys, I have the receipt. The facsimile copy.
Yeah.
I've got a copy of the ticket. I've got the stub to the money order.
Right.
I have all those things.
Yeah.
They go, oh well, yeah. Sorry. I go, well, I got arrested for this.
Right.
Can I expunge it from my record? Can I get my fucking bond money back?
How about an apology? I'm
Can
sorry.
I talk to the sick cop, please?
Yeah, the sick cop.
He was cool, man.
Yeah.
He'll tell you.
Dude, the system is unapologetic.
It's a pure
Clerical error or society, it doesn't matter. They don't apologize for screwing up. Trust me.
a pure clerical error.
Yeah. I mean, I spent 5 days in Chatham County for just such a thing.
Really?
Yeah. Just from, it was from another event at a panic show that I'd gone to, and blah, blah, blah. Years later, got picked up for speeding. Thought I'd jump through all the hoops and everything, and somewhere at the probation office.
It was an out-of-town thing?
Yeah, because I was in Augusta, and the thing was in Savannah.
Yeah.
So I couldn't report every month for meetings and all that sort of stuff. So I did mail-in probation, and somewhere along the way, somebody forgot to hit enter at the last of my public service or whatever, and I got arrested. I was coming back from Florida, speeding, right 95 and 16 intersect, and same thing. Come back to the back of the car because I was thinking this is taking a little too long just for normal speeding, and that's when the female cop, she's like, "Yeah, step back to the back of the car." And I'm like, "Okay." Hands behind the back, and I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" And she goes, "Yeah, you got a bench warrant out." And she goes, "I don't know what it's for, but there's a warrant, so you're going in." So 5 days later, I found out it was just somebody at the probation office forgot to hit enter and clear my case.
So you didn't get bonded?
No, because when it's a probation violation, usually it's automatically 30 days.
Oh yeah.
And it's a bench warrant, so they just wait for you. You just sit there until the judge decides when you want to be seen.
Was that on a weekend too?
Luckily, but I spent 5 days in there regardless. Yeah.
Dang.
But luckily I saved my receipts from everything.
Right.
Had it in a folder at the house in Augusta.
From you sending in your payments for probation and all that shit.
Yeah, things were signed off, on the community service.
Right.
P-test was clear, all that sort of stuff. And so I mailed everything in, had receipts for it, but still didn't change the fact that
Can't
I spent
get
5
days
days
back. Yeah.
And no, not even an apology. Like, sorry, Mr. Gobb, how we wasted your time. Almost got you fired from your job.
Right.
So I had to burn like 3 days of vacation time that my mom had to call in for. Like, he's really sick. He's really sick.
When you, that's sick.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's fucked up.
Whenever you were talking about the apology earlier, I was like, but now I'm like, that would have been
Just something.
anything.
Knowledge, like sometimes the system fails us as a society, and we always strive to do better. And we apologize for wasting your time. Now we'll validate your parking.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, because I remember the clerk, she was like, nah, you just need the blue sheet next.
Yeah.
And I know she didn't do it to me,
Yeah.
the clerk lady, whatever.
Yeah, it was just a complete breakdown of the system.
But just send me a ribbon.
Well, what freaked me, and it's kind of on me, I guess I probably should have followed up. I was just so glad to be done with it at that point that I just wanted to put it in the past. Jail's not for me. It's not a place I want to be. I am not Orange is the New Black.
But that's like an advantage that they have over you. It's just like the power company. Like you could bitch about like the power being out, even if there's not like a storm and something happens and the power goes out. Yeah. As soon as the power comes back on, you're like, oh, whatever, man. As long as that's back.
Thank God it's on. Yeah, let's get that back to that Netflix show.
It's that weird advantage. They're like, sorry, we arrested you for something that was our fault.
Sorry, we didn't do our job, and you spent time incarcerated because of it.
Now get out of here, you silly kid. Go back
scamp.
to see your widespread Hispanic.
Yeah, well, and the thing that scared the crap out of me was when they sent me to a public servant, which is what they do. They come and it's a cattle call. You're just in line, and they just basically tell you what your charges are and what you're looking at.
Public defender.
And they have no interest at all in trying to hear your side of it in the sense that this is wrong. They were like, well, so I see the public defender. I'm like, when am I going to get out? And he goes, the judge will see you sometime in the next 4 weeks. And I was like, no. So had to go private attorney to get out of it.
Yep.
And
the wheels,
brother.
You pay that cash, brother. And no matter how sick the system is, that attorney, I mean, the wheels move really quick.
Yeah, but
it costs money though.
It costs a lot of money to grease those wheels.
Crime don't pay, man.
It's just, So are you like worried about going to get your parking ticket sorted out and find out your license is suspended or something, and they're going to cuff you?
Oh no. Well, the thing is, I should probably go in the morning.
Okay.
Just to be like, hey guys, I know I had some tickets.
Yeah.
I saw them flutter off of my windshield.
Do you want me to go in for you and say, I'm here for a friend? So if they do want to cuff and stuff somebody.
Oh man, if they wanted to cuff me, I'd be like, I know the mayor. Excuse
Yeah, play that card. You know who I am. They love that.
They love that.
They love that.
Like, do you know who I am? Speaking of crime, officers responded to a local bar in reference of a fight.
Not right. No.
While speaking with our team, a man claimed that he had been thrown to the ground and beaten by employees for absolutely no reason. That's funny. According to the staff, however, the man had become angry because he had been refused alcohol and actually punched the bartender first. Funny how that goes. So it doesn't, on the Tybee Island blotter, it doesn't tell you where it happened. But I think I would remember if it happened at my place.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a other end of the island thing.
A South End problem?
Yeah, that's a South End type of problem
that
happening.
kind of stuff over here on the North End.
That
ilk.
This is different. I mean, I mean, come on.
The Compton-esque essence of down front.
But yeah, the scare of I'm not. Because I know it's been a week or two ago, and they don't expect you to pay those tickets until like a month down the road at least.
Right.
I don't think. I hope.
Yeah.
But it was sort of on my mind today because my roommate's radiator blew, and I was taking him into the brunch belt, the corridor of calories today, which is.
Well said.
I was off the dome right there. I should have prepped something, but it couldn't have been better than the corridor of calories. And actually, episode name, Corridor of Calories.
Absolutely.
There we go. And so if you're not familiar, in the I'm going to do it like a cop. In the vicinity of Victory and Skidaway here in Savannah, Georgia, that's where his mechanic was, where he took his Jeep. It is fast food alley, the corridor of calories.
Corridor, yeah.
And as you're going down there, it's like and we've talked about it a bunch, but I don't care. I love this. Chick-fil-A, Checkers, Taco Bell, Arby's, Popeyes, Sister of the New South.
Wendy's.
Local joints, Zaxby's.
Yep. McDonald's down a little further down Skidaway. A Pizza Hut Express, I think, is down that way.
Anything a
Got
fat boy
Wingstop,
could ever want.
Firehouse.
If I lived anywhere near that neighborhood, I'd be in the hospital.
Yeah.
Like every other week.
Yeah.
So I drop him off, and I was like, I'm not going to stop at any of these places unless it absolutely puts my car into its parking lot.
Okay.
And down in that part of town, you can't just zip around anywhere. There's always traffic.
Yeah.
And there's a median down the road, so you're not crossing the 4 lanes all easy.
Congestion intersection.
Yeah, you got to do some maneuvering. Yeah. So he's on the right side of Victory. I pull in, I drop him off, tell him goodbye, see you after a while. And he's been in the country so much lately that I heard him say to me like 4 times, he goes, sure do appreciate it. I was like, I've never heard you say words like that. I've heard him say, appreciate it, homeboy.
Yeah.
Right. He's thankful for things.
Yeah.
But the old farmer fucking overall wearing, sure do appreciate
Straw
it.
sticking out of his mouth.
Yeah. No shirt, overalls.
Yeah, set a spell.
Got a little rag hanging out the front like a kerchief on a suit.
So what'd you go with?
Well,
the divining rod. What happened?
So here's what I had to do. You got to pull back out onto Victory. So I had to take the right because you can't cross over where the trees are. I went and took a right and went through the back alleyway to get back up to Victory. And what pops up right there on my right? Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Bang! Pull in. I haven't been to Taco Bell 3 years probably, maybe. I'm just not on that side of town. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Taco Bell's a pretty popular restaurant.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah, that one in particular always seems to have a very long line. I mean, there's windows, but traditionally, because it's Taco Bell and it's on that hot corner.
That's a very hot corner.
Yeah.
You got a Starbucks right there. You got a KFC right there.
Yeah.
You got the Checkers Rallies right there.
Yep.
Sisters, all that shit.
Yep.
I pull in. It's moderately busy, as it always is. And I get afraid once I get up to the window. I go, number one.
Menu board anxiety.
The menu board anxiety. That's right.
Yeah.
I was at a caloric deficit, and I just couldn't think right, So I got a number one with a Baja.
Nice.
Now, it's been 3 or 4 years since I've been to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It's been many more years since I've had a Baja Blast, brother.
It's delicious.
Man. Whoa. The thing was,
So
it was
good.
$11 for 3 tacos and a soda pop.
That seems about the going rate these days for any sort of like meal.
When's the last time you had a Taco Bell taco?
Probably about 2 months ago.
You know how when a ditch is running low on water and there's only the trickle of a stream down the middle of it?
Don't ruin this.
That's about how much taco meat was there.
Oh, okay, I was about to say.
Oh, I'm not talking about the other end.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about
how
post-mortem.
it looks, even going down.
No.
It doesn't look like even when you get it, it does not look remotely like the commercial. It's just a pile of ingredients wrapped in a shell.
There was just nothing there, man. But I did dangerously eat it.
Yeah.
I ate 2 of them on the way back.
Of course.
Sipping that Baja Blast. And I was thankful, number one, that I live on Tybee, and those things aren't available to me all the time.
Right.
And 2, that it wasn't packed with greasy number 10 meat that, because I didn't feel like pure shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when I was there, I think I got like a Crunchwrap Supreme, a Doritos Locos Taco, and then their chicken quesadillas are pretty good too. Even though it's just cheese and chicken and shell, but it's got some spicy sort of.
I was so scared of holding up the line in the poverty-stricken area.
Why?
I was
Everybody else does.
yeah, no one else cares, but
Did you get any sauce packets?
they didn't ask.
Really?
And by the time I was at the window, I was just like so happy to get out of there. Well, the looming anxiety of getting back on the road over there.
Huh.
I was just like, just give me the bag, I'm going.
It's like I don't think I've ever not had them offer a
Normally,
sauce. I grab handfuls if I go inside the lobby.
Well, yeah, I was in the drive-thru, and normally they go, would you like any sauce? And then they put a half a bushel.
Right, exactly. Maybe with a couple of really hot ones sprinkled in with miles.
Yeah, give me a
Maybe
few of
salsa
each.
verde might be sprinkled. Yeah.
I'm like, how do you stay stocked on these things? You gave me half the load right here.
But none.
Is the truck in the back?
Yeah.
And so at that moment, I was like, I'm thankful for not living in that area and not having those things as an option all the time. Number one, because it's expensive.
Yeah.
Because fast food is becoming really expensive.
Dude.
And just luckily that those things aren't an option, because when I'm hungover, and which I wasn't hungover today, but you're on that side of town, you're looking around.
Well, dude, even if I kind of just say, you know what, I'm not going that far, but I got to go to Walmart, then I'll see Five Guys. And Five Guys, the siren song of that little place, sometimes I'm like, you know what, just go right, Kelly. Just go right back to Tybee. Just bang a right, get out of Walmart and go. Nope, going straight. Going across the street.
They put up literal like horse blinders.
Do not look over there. Do not. And then I end up over there. And
I fainted, and then I woke up. I woke up in the drive.
I'm ordering a little bacon cheeseburger and a Cajun fry. $20 later.
Yeah.
If you get the soft drink, if you don't, it's only still like $17. So might as well get a damn drink in the meantime. Eat some peanuts. But the visual aspect of the fries that Five Guys gives you. So say you order a medium fry or whatever, not like it makes a whole lot of difference. Yeah.
But they just give you a smaller cup that they fill up and then overflow it to make you seem like you're getting more. It's pure manipulation of the mind.
At least it's the one. I mean, at least there's a place that does it. It gives you way more than you need. Right. Even if it's just fries or tortilla chips or whatever the hell it may be and all that. But in this case, it's fries, and you're right, half the bag. And I remember the first time I went to a Five Guys and just ordered just a regular burger without specifying a little.
Yeah.
So if you don't,
Double
you get a
bag.
double. And then I said, get a large fry, and the large fry was basically a bag of fries,
A whole bag,
all on its own. I mean, I was like,
6 potatoes.
yeah, I look like such a glutton sitting there in the mall,
Hey.
my fries. I was like, how am I going to eat all this shit?
Double burger.
But at least even if you don't even finish them, like, thank you, Five Guys, for going above and beyond. Even if it's a low volume, whatever margin product, you can get rid of tons of these.
Not like parking services. I bet if they forgot to give you fries, they'd at least apologize.
No.
Short you on fries, apologize. That's their
Right.
that's their corporate mantra.
Well, brother, I've left McDonald's plenty of times. Been like, really?
Yeah.
This is it? I don't care that they're cold or not even hot,
Yeah.
fresh. Did you just miss the whole thing?
Oh, what's real disappointing is if you don't have the bag fries after McDonald's, because there's always like 2 or 3 down in the bottom.
Yeah.
If you don't even have those,
Yeah.
that fall out, that's
Yeah.
disappointing.
If it's not protruding out of the top of the cup, that
Yeah.
red cup, which this wasn't, it was barely even to the lower that little lower that little low scoop right there at the bottom. You could just barely see them peeking their little French fry heads out, like they're scared to come out. Don't eat me.
I'm the soggy one. You don't want me. Yo, yes, I do. The wet, soggy, salty one.
Yeah.
That's the one that I want.
Yeah.
The oversized one that shouldn't have made it through the cutter like that. But sometimes things like that can be healing, just to be like, hey, someone's doing something for me.
Right.
And another example is I was cat sitting again for you, and I went over there, and I don't keep the Netflix here at the house. So I go over there, and to my delight, I pop on that Netflix, and here's a new season of the great goddamn British baking show.
Uh-huh.
And there's an American, or there was an American on there. Spoilers if you haven't. He got kicked out like first or second episode.
Spoiler alert.
But man, the healing of laying on that couch, watching two to three episodes of Great British Baking Show at the time.
Yeah.
You forget there's like Pavlovian triggers, like me seeing this can of Rolling Rock.
Okay.
I transcendentally meditated somewhere when I saw it. It took me to a time.
Been a minute since you laid eyes on it.
Laid eyes on one. I don't remember a specific
Triggered something.
I don't remember a specific time when I had one last, but
Yeah.
it evoked something positive, something beautiful, something something
That's a good thing.
like an apology from a cop,
At least
you know,
well, that's something imaginary.
or a judge.
This seems more palpable, probable.
This is tangible here.
Well, I used to drink a lot of them back in the day when in high school and all that, and they even had Rolling Rock Light, and like, I'm sure that's still a thing, but I don't know, maybe because I was drinking Captain and Coke so much, I was still drinking beer in the middle of all of it, always, but somewhere along the way I just lost touch with it. For whatever reason, maybe outside, out of mind.
Yeah,
it wasn't in the grocery stores anymore, so it wasn't a priority.
Yeah.
And
Not as
then-
ubiquitous as normal.
Yeah, and I think there may be another place down front that has them, but they have them here at the Quarter. And it was only because somebody else was drinking one that I even knew, because they don't have High Life at the Quarter. It's always Bud Light or whatever, or Coors Light, either one. And one day I come in there and there's this guy Nick, Breezy regular, and he's drinking one. And I'm like, I look at Dave, I'm like, I think they were like, hey mother, you were holding out on me this whole time. Like he never would have known to offer it.
Yeah, right.
Until I saw it. Now it's my
Don't tell Kelly about the RRs.
Yeah, we got 24 of these, and they're not for him. But I saw it, and I was like, this is great.
Sick.
Yeah, sick. And it's not the only reason I go to the Quarter, but it's one of the reasons I go to the Quarter.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just having those evocative things that remind you of better times or whatever can sort of heal you through, hangovers or little depressions or whatever. You know what else works besides the Great British Baking Show? Because I was hungover one of those days I was at your house watching Little Kitty. Is Alka-Seltzer. I've not plop fizz in a long time,
Delightful.
and it's got that slight twinge of orange flavor.
It does. It's not bad.
And I'm so used to drinking things that aren't perfectly pleasant anymore, like alcohol.
No chalky taste. Just.
I mean, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually, I think it's meant for colds and all that, but just the effervescence of it. And
Yeah.
Somebody had gifted me those. Not that particular batch. I got those years ago.
Yeah, this felt like a fresh
But
batch.
it was one of those care packages. Someone's like, "Oh, you're feeling blue. Let's have something with a little something outside your door. Some Mucinex, and a box of those things, man." And I'm like, I don't want this chalky
Yeah.
essence in my mouth. And I'm like, but I needed it. I had a cold,
Right.
Doped up, and this is delightful. I want another one, even though I don't need it.
Yeah, did you hear the sound in your head?
Yes.
We're back.
Yeah.
Lunatic Kelly is back.
Yeah.
Speaking of lunacy, and I'm glad this is happening for you. By the time most of you guys are hearing this, Kelly, you're going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes.
Number of the Beast.
That's right, baby.
Medieval torture device. You're
Yes.
going to see Iron motherfucking Maiden.
Baby. Yeah. And I've only seen them one other time. I saw them at Lakewood, and this maybe 10 years ago now. So I can't say I'm a huge fan. It's not about that necessarily. I'm going as a casual observer of rock spectacle.
Yeah, you're not the black T-shirt kind of guy.
And plus I got a white cat, so black doesn't really wear well around my house.
But
too many
you are an appreciator of music of all genre.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all era.
Yeah. This is good. I mean, like I said, this will be my second time, so I'm no aficionado. The guys I'm going with know much more about the band.
They're going to know the keys to the songs.
Yeah, well, honestly, from what I remember, the first time I saw them, I've ever seen. I mean, and we've been to a lot of shows where the crowd's definitely in there with the band, singing along with the lyrics and this and that. But an Iron Maiden show, it's a step above as far as allegiance. I don't mean that in any creepy way, but guys, girls, and it's a Viking party. It's a sausage fest, but there's girls there.
Yeah.
But everybody's
not going to see a lot of hot chicks there.
Everybody's singing the songs word for word. I mean, those people are really, really vested in this.
So I've been to a show like that. It was Radiohead. Because I'm not a Radiohead aficionado, and it by any means. I know a few of the songs, obviously, but they were playing at a festival, and the diehards, they weren't dickheads, like get out of my way,
right.
But they were eyes on stage, lyric for lyric, and a lot of these songs are in off key or not, or in weird
timing signatures.
Time signatures.
Yeah.
So as a casual listener, a casual observer like you,
yeah.
Even trying to head bob a little bit or just groove just a little bit, it's kind of impossible.
I know the production is going to be amazing because it was one time I saw them. I can't wait to see where it goes.
Yeah, and they're not old and drug-riddled and drunk.
Well, they're old.
I know they're old, but they're not old and drug-riddled and drunk.
I can't say they're a sober band. I don't know that for certain. They seem like the kind of guys that might enjoy
Bruce Dickinson, the singer, must be sober because he flies his plane to all the gigs,
but
right?
They seem like the kind of blokes that like a pint every now and then.
Yeah.
They like maybe after watching a game on the pitch.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, but it's their songs definitely aren't about drinking and partying necessarily.
No.
I don't know, but I know it's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
It's funny. Nico McBrain, their drummer,
Yeah.
who has a wildly too big drum set, in my opinion.
Can't even see him.
But born again Christian.
Yeah.
But if you look at the drum kit, it's Number of the Beast.
Well, yeah, I mean the imagery on the albums is startling.
It's funny though because back in the '80s during Satanic Panic and all that shit, imagery meant that you were the image.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is hilarious because he's a born again Christian. I don't think yesterday. I think he's probably been like that for a long time.
Right.
But it's funny, people can now.
Yeah.
But back in the day, no one could separate imagery from the person. It's just like, remember the fourth wall that was broken the first time you heard, the guy from Def Leppard speak? You'd only heard him sing, right?
Right.
So he's like, fooling, all this, right? And then he goes, oh, well, we was on tour the other night. And you're like, wait a minute, he's fucking British?
Yeah. Exactly.
You just have no idea, especially back in those days when it wasn't the information age and there were 1,000 interviews all the fucking time on the TV or on your YouTubes and shit.
Right.
And that guy's British?
Yeah.
And so, AC/DC caused kids to kill themselves on train tracks.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we all do that.
That's what they do. Or no, that was Judas Priest, whatever. Doesn't matter.
They all made you do it.
Judas motherfucking Priest broke the mold of, sick leather biker guys, man. Yeah. No idea that was the gayest thing.
Yeah, Rob Halford is,
He was the pioneer.
He loves men. He's
of the Blue Oyster.
He's a lover of men.
Yeah.
But the garb and all that, honestly, now you kind of look back on it and might have a picture of his grandmother in his back pocket. Who knows? But, you look back on it now and you're like, how did you not see it?
That's what I'm saying.
In a way, not that the lyrics of the songs.
They had the imagery,
But actually, now, Melissa Etheridge had this moment where she was talking about when she came out, which I wasn't a huge surprise about that. But then you put it in the context, well, those songs I wrote, all of a sudden it kind of flips the script in your mind a little bit. It's like, oh, this isn't about a man. She's writing the song for a woman.
Come to my window.
Yeah, all that. And it doesn't dilute the meaning of the song necessarily. You're like, I naively didn't think of it that way.
Exactly.
So maybe some of those Judas Priest songs, Hellbent for Leather and all that might be about nice paddling in the bedroom, but it ain't a woman giving it to him.
Yeah, the track Anal Fisting, it has a whole new...
It's really about a medical procedure to check your colon. It's about your colon, really.
Sausage injection, that really has a whole different... It's dynamic.
Yeah, yeah.
Finger in the pulse. It's kind of different.
Oh God.
Lick the leather. It's definitely got a
Anal fortitude. Lick the leather.
choke me with your chain. It's there's
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great trip. I get to hang out with some buddies, and I need a
some of your old time buddies too,
yeah,
right?
back from high school, the old days, the
Yeah.
rowdy days. But no, it's I
Have you been prepping for the show in terms of like listening to the music so that?
a little bit.
Now I know you're not a hey guys check it out. I know the song.
Yeah.
So you're not brushing up on your Maiden to be like run to the hills. Hey guys, I know the song.
Yeah, no.
But just a little primer to be ready for the.
Get my mind ready, kind of like doing some warm up pitches before going in the game, that kind of thing. I mean, I'm probably going to be one of, let's say, probably one out of every 10 people. The other 9 are going to know more or less just about everything.
And it's
they
all
do.
dudes probably not bringing their wives and shit.
You know, I'll tell you, when I saw them in Atlanta, there was a lot of combo, wife, girlfriends, boyfriends, and all that. They, for a band of that styling of music, they do kind of cross pollinate pretty well, even more so than I think Rush and all that, because Rush is maybe technical in a way that, and Maiden is very technical, honestly. I mean, but they're the closest thing, and my buddy Mike and I were talking about this, that they're the closest thing to like a metal jam band there is. I mean, Humphreys gets there occasionally and whatever, but for just even though Maiden doesn't really jam, but it sounds like they're jamming sometimes.
They have long overtures of soloing. And
Yeah, because they got two.
it's not improvisation necessarily.
They got dueling solo guitars.
But they don't mind stretching out. They don't mind a 6-minute song, even
No.
though they're not noodling.
No.
And they invented the horse gallop.
Oh God.
Rum-ba-da-dum-ba-da-dum-ba-da-dum-ba-da-dum-ba-da-dum,
Yeah.
which is
But it's
And their stage show seems pretty amazing.
yeah, and it's funny how fast time passes, because I saw the advertisement for this last November of this, so literally a year we've been
Did
waiting.
you
to do
decide
this.
right lickety split you were going?
Yes. I sent this to my buddy Michael, because it came on my email, and I sent it to my buddy Michael, and I was out in front of him on this, which I was amazed, because I thought for certain he was going to be like, oh yeah, we heard about it, we already bought tickets and all that. He goes, you're kidding me, they're playing indoors too? And I'm like, yep.
Yeah. Your finger on the pulse of most shit like that, though.
Yeah, I try to be. Sometimes I miss. I didn't know Joe Russo.
Well, you're not a social media guy, but you are an email list guy.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of dad-like to be like, gotta check the old email.
No, whatever.
But that's where I get
you tell me
90%.
about things that I wouldn't know about.
Yeah, and I'm on some mailing lists for bands directly, but it's like Joe Russo's Almost Dead's coming here, and I didn't know about that at all until like a week ago, and it's almost sold out.
And Rob Halford's gay.
And Rob Halford's gay.
Leather
Yeah.
biker outfits are gay.
Yeah, who knew? Studded gauntlets on the arms. Who knew?
Well, at least there won't be a lot of I don't know. And this isn't a Karen of the week because the lady was nice, but at a Maiden show there won't be any like moshing. I don't think there might be
No.
a small contingency of that somewhere.
No, but
Not really?
No, I don't,
But
amazingly for that style, no.
But the imagery and the idea that people would have of a show like that is like, oh, it's probably chaos.
Well,
It's probably the most orderly thing you've seen.
If it was, say, like a Glastonbury or one of those metal festivals over in Europe, there might be a pocket of moshers.
Right,
But
yeah.
from what I've seen and what, from the one time I went to the show and what I've seen via video and all that, watching their concerts, no, people are like focused,
Right. And they're people of age, like 40s and 50s probably.
Yeah, they're probably, and considering how old these guys are, because they've all got to be in their 60s, late 60s at this point, I would assume.
Oh, the Maiden?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
easily.
60s and 70s at
Probably.
minimum.
So there's going to be probably kids there. Hell, there was kids there 10 years ago.
No, that's what the kids will be 21
Yeah.
because they're there with their parents.
Kids.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Dude, well, that just shows you. I mean, I'm 54. You go to a Panic show now. Yeah, there's still the college crowd because it's an Athens band and all that. But you look at that crowd now, easily 2/3. I'm not saying geriatric, but
yeah,
it's not packed full of college kids the way it was 20,
they're of an
25
age
years ago.
where they've got their show prep figured out. Where it's like, I'm going to get where I want to get. I got enough money. I got what I want to drink.
Yeah.
I've got the spot of the stage that I like to look
Yeah.
at. I've got the crew that I like to
been
go
doing
with.
this for decades at this point. Yeah.
Which is preferable. So I think the Maiden crowd would probably be sort of the same, not bumping into you. And if you did accidentally bump into them, they're not going Karen on you.
Right.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So, WNBC. Inflection is important, Kelly.
I know.
You know this.
I heard.
Inflection can make or break a relationship, a interaction. That's why texting is so dumb, because you can't find the inflection, and it
Yeah.
can be taken the wrong way.
Sarcasm doesn't come through, or that's sarcasm.
Or that's being sarcastic, aren't you now, fucker?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I just said WNBC.
Yeah.
I said sick because I'm sick, not because. Well, I get this group the other day, and they're older, 2 old ladies and an old guy.
Uh-huh.
And when they first walk up, I said, "Hey guys, how we doing?" And they seemed jovial enough, you know. Said something to drink, and they would go, "Well, I would think so." So I took that along the lines of like, that's an old dad joke or an old mom joke where you go, where if the server walks up to the table and the dad's finished the plate and you go, "Did you like it?" And he goes, "Can't you tell I hated it?" Sort of thing, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
So I ask them if they want something to drink. Well, they go, "Well, I mean, obviously. Well, that would be a good idea. Is this the right place for one?"
I need something to wash it down with.
So, woman, man, woman. And they're jovial enough. They're nice enough.
Okay.
But immediately, and they knew what they wanted to drink, which was nice. They go 2 Tito's and cranberry and 1 PBR. I was like, "Let's go, old folks."
Okay.
And I said, "You guys getting food?" And they were like, "Well, yeah." So I give them their menus. We're just going to decide. So they get like a weird order. They get the Bryce, which is like it's our newest.
The what?
The Bryce.
Oh, the Bryce. Okay.
Yeah, which is our newest style of pizza. It's bacon, chicken, spinach, hot sauce, ranch. It's a weird. It's a young man's game, that slice or that
Okay.
pie.
All right.
They get a whole pie of it.
Huh.
And
The Bryce.
so all right, they have full drinks. They just ordered their food, and out of the corner of my ear, I hear, "Hello." I thought the old lady was answering her phone.
Okay.
"Hello." Almost as if she was surprised to get a phone call. "Hello." And I turn and she's looking at me.
Okay.
I go, "Huh?" I'm genuinely surprised. And I'm still trying to figure out if she's talking to me. And I look at her. I'm looking her dead in the eye. She goes, "Hello."
Okay.
And I go, "Okay, what's up?" She goes, "Huh. So is Eric still the owner?" I said, "Yeah." But I'm sitting here confused by the inflection of the hello, as if I had not seen them for 10 minutes, and she's in a deep, dark cave going, "Hello, is anybody there?"
Yeah. I'm stranded here, but in the meantime, is Eric still on the bar?
Couple minutes pass. "Excuse me." And I was like, she cannot be talking to me. Someone must have bumped into her.
Yeah.
So I ignore it for "Excuse me." And I turn out of the corner of my eye just to check. And there she is staring bullets at me. I go, "Oh, yeah? Can I help?" She goes, "Does that phone work?" And I'm like, I don't care. At this point, I don't care about the dumb questions.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to figure out a way to be like, "Hey, lady, if you go, 'Excuse me,' or 'Hello,'
Yeah.
if you put the proper inflection on it, I'll probably notice you saying those words quicker because
Right.
it doesn't sound like you're speaking a foreign language or you've never said these words before.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like you've been drawn as a cartoon.
Yeah. I've had brief moments like that in the breezy where people will ask a question in a certain way. Maybe it's just the way they sound, or I don't know. I imagine hear them sounding. But it'd be like, so are there sharks out there in the water? I'm like, are you fucking with me? It's the ocean.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, it's the ocean.
I mean, you know what they mean, like, is a shark going to bite me?
Right. Yeah, and I get that. But the way they ask it is it's so incredibly.
It's super broad and dumb.
It's like, you want to say naive-ish in a sense, like, because there's a real reality that sometimes, every once in a while, I'll get somebody from the Midwest or wherever, middle of the heartland, the breadbasket of America, who's literally never seen the ocean except in TV,
Right.
on TVs and film and all that.
So I
when
get
they
it.
see it, it's like when they come here and as we're going down Butler during the day, and they go, like, "So where's the ocean?" And I'm just like, look to your left, man. Between each block, you can kind of get a little glimpse of it. But it's like, I don't know. It's like the spatial awareness of sorts.
Right.
They're just not, I don't know. They're adjusting.
Right.
So they're just got to ask you.
Maybe she thought she was 100 feet away from me.
Yeah. Is that license plate from 1978 from Oregon?
Excuse me.
Yeah. Is that a real license plate?
But the way she was asking, it seemed like it was going to be followed up with, "My pizza's not here yet."
Right.
My drink is wrong.
Yeah.
There's not enough. So this continues to happen, and I'm looking at the other people in her party to see if they're in on the bit. Now they're 70 years old.
Yeah.
So they're not in on the bit, but I'm grasping at straws here, trying to figure out what the F is going on. So I'm looking at the other people for any kind of confirmation, and they're just as oblivious as hell. And I was trying to figure out a way to reach out and be like, "Ma'am, when you go, hello," it makes me think you're lost in the woods.
Yeah.
Or that something is wrong.
Right. You need
Not
attention.
hello, hey, hello, is that phone?
Let me stop you from doing your job to ask you a very benign question that has, because of the way my voice sounds, has some sort of sense of urgency. Like, if I don't address this now, this could be a problem.
Right.
And it's nothing.
And it's literally, does the phone work?
Yeah.
Hello.
We've talked so much about that phone. I just want to rip it off the wall for you.
Oh yeah, I know.
Just come up there.
Well, and as the night went on, I was like, "There's no malice in this lady."
Right.
With her inflection, but I'm not used to that because when I typically hear "hello," oh shit.
Yeah, do it. Yeah. Guns on tight.
I'm like,
Yeah. Get it out there, baby.
oh baby, because typically when I hear "hello,"
Yeah.
it's
Right.
followed by "you fucking suck."
Right.
Where have you been?
Yeah.
There's not alcohol in my drink.
Every once in a while, somebody comes along, whether you're working or in life and all that, and their voice
Da-na-na-na-na.
just grates you for whatever reason, And it's not because you have any bad moment with this person or any sort of bad vibe. It's just like they open their mouth and the words come out, and you're just like, I would shoot you if I was married to you. I could not hear that voice asking like questions across the house. Like if I was her husband, having to hear that voice beckoning me from another room for something meaningless like, "Do you think we should put a power strip in this outlet?"
Hello, did you hear me?
Yeah. See, but every once in a while, you get a voice in the cab.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I don't want to talk to this person.
Oh man,
I just don't want to talk to them.
I just want to get them out.
Not because the conversation might be, but just their voice is just cheese
Yeah.
grating on my brain.
And we'll couple that with the bad sense of inflection.
Yeah.
So you can ask a question, the same question 5 ways. Where are you from?
Yeah.
Where are you from? Where are you
It's
from?
it's like a hot chick with a bad laugh, with a donkey laugh. It's like, God, you are gorgeous, but I do not want to make you laugh because I cannot hear you laugh like that.
And it's like, it's just as punishable as like if I'm snoring next to you, kick me.
I have.
Yeah. Punch me in the face.
Well, usually we're in separate beds, so I lob things at you. I just keep throwing. All right, I got a double bed with 4 pillows. I got 3 shots at this. Maybe I can make it move. Just
I got to keep one of these pillows.
Yeah, I got to keep one, but I got 3 just to maybe nudge. We're like,
Yeah, but there's so many ways to ask a question that can sound stank.
Yeah.
Or can sound inquisitive,
Right.
So
Right.
just I don't know, just having some sort of awareness of that. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you have fun out there in the Maiden, brother.
It's gonna be awesome.
Number of the Beast.
Fucking A, right.
The Trooper.
Uh-huh.
And I hope you guys have a good week. Kelly's going out of town, so we'll do a Patreon next week.
Yeah.
We should. It's about time for one. I'll have some stankin' spicy
Been
stories.
on the road a
for
lot
it.
lately, and I appreciate your help. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no worries. I love taking care of baby girl, and I love watching HBO Max and Netflix.
Su casa, mi casa.
Thank you guys for listening again next week. That's Kelly. I'm Paxton, and thank you again to Inferno Hot Sauces for sponsoring the show. We love you guys. See you next week.